Everyone, my name is Kelsey Affronte. I'm an attorney with Beresford Booth, and today on our webinar, we are going to be talking about the difference between divorce and a legal separation. So we're going to start by talking about a legal separation because I think most people understand how a divorce works, but we will circle back to that to talk a little bit about the differences. Let's see here. So what is a legal separation? It is similar to a divorce in the sense that it provides you similar relief from the court. The difference from a divorce is that you remain legally married and you remain religiously married. And unlike a divorce, it can be undone, reinstating your marriage without the need to remarry. So it almost is like a pause on a divorce. Basically, it's almost like a pause button. And so what type of relief, or why would you choose to do a legal separation instead of a divorce? There are a lot of people choose this option because there may be a potential for reconciliation, like we were talking about before, where you would not need to remarry if you resume your marriage and relationship. But the other thing is that there are a lot of benefits that you get with a legal separation that you do not get in a divorce. So, for example, people will choose a legal separation over a divorce for benefits like military benefits, medical insurance benefits, tax benefits, immigration status benefits, and retirement benefits. It is important to note that some companies in the area do not allow you to remain on insurance together if you have legally separated. They deem that person as no longer a part of your immediate family. So you would need to talk to your HR department about that. This is a factor that is important to you. And in fact, it regularly comes up where, maybe one spouse is going through a medical treatment or diagnoses. And so you want to be able to keep them on your insurance, or they want to be able to stay on your insurance in order to get those medical benefits. Additionally, the question is often asked, what is involved in a separation? What does the court do? What do you get out of it? And so the relief is similar to the relief that you get in a divorce, except that you are never declared divorced. So you still can discuss parenting plans, so child custody decisions or residential schedules, child support orders, so who is paying how much to the other spouse, to support the child, spousal support, often referred to as alimony, and community property division. So dividing the community's property fairly and equitably, which I just want to point out does not always mean 50-50. I hear that a lot from new clients, that they're worried that everything's going to be cut in half. And the reality is that your community is going to be looked at as a whole piece of pie, not just this bank account or those stocks or the family home, all of it. And so the court will find a way to offset things. And again, it's not always 50-50. So I just really want to hammer that in because I hear it a lot and it's a fair concern. But it is important to note that in most cases, your debts and assets acquired after your legal separation is final are usually considered separate property and not community property. However, it is extremely important that you talk to your attorney about this because there are some risks involved in remaining legally separated, potentially reconciling, and what is then determined community or separate property. So what does the court do in a legal separation? So the court orders are still legally binding on you and your spouse. The decree declaring you legally separated can actually be changed to a divorce after 6 months. So like I was talking about earlier, let's say you are hoping to reconcile. So you file a petition for a legal dissolution. If later, or a legal separation. So if later you decide you want a dissolution or divorce, After 6 months, you can petition to turn your legal separation into a divorce. So you would not need to complete a separate filing or start a new case. It would be automatically transferred to a divorce. And additionally, if you do decide to reconcile and maintain your marriage more formally, you have to move the court to terminate your legal separation agreement and orders. So that is the court's role in a legal separation. So what is a divorce? Well, your marital and legal relationship is dissolved at the end of a divorce. That's why it's often referred to as a dissolution. The terms are interchangeable. So that is why these legal and marital relationships are terminated. And as we were talking about those benefits that you get in a legal separation, a lot of those are marital and legal benefits that you would get. So in this sense, not only are you terminating your marriage, you're also terminating a lot of those rights that come along with your community. So why choose a divorce? A lot of people choose a divorce because they don't believe that there's a hope of reconciliation. Additionally, the same relief that you get in your legal separation is considered in a divorce. So that's the parenting plan, the child support, the spousal support, and the community property division. And these court orders are also legally binding on the parties. The biggest difference is that if you decide to reconcile, you actually have to remarry because you have terminated that legal relationship. So even though you get similar relief, as far as the orders go, your benefits, your legal rights, your legal relationships are different in both of these cases. So if you have any questions about the difference between a legal separation and a divorce, how that can impact your community or separate property, how that can impact any of the benefits that we were discussing, tax, medical, military, retirement, any of that, I am happy to talk it through with you, and you can reach me at this email address or our main office. Thank you, everybody, for joining today.